I'm Cynthia.
And I'm Chris.
And we're the Hanier Family.
And for those of you who are new here, welcome. Let's enjoy some great music together.
Yeah, so what do we have for our Goonies this time?
This time we are doing a little bit more Canadian content because it is still a weekend. And we're going to check out a band called Lowlife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
No. It's a song called Thinking Naturally. It was asked for by Reese Milligan.
Okay.
Who's been giving us a lot of Canadian punk lately.
Yeah, so I'm guessing this is probably some more punk.
I believe it is, yes.
Yeah. Well, it's a short song too, which even more makes me think that.
Yeah, that again indicates punk, right?
Yes, often.
They make their point within 2 minutes. So, yeah, definitely interested in hearing a little bit more Canadian punk.
Yeah.
And we've never heard of Lowlife. Yeah. So, let's get into it, I suppose.
Okay.
Here we go. This is Lowlife with Thinking Naturally.
I'm crazy. There's only one thing that I see. When there's no one else I can trust, I think naturally. My mom and dad, they threw me out when I was 14 years old. I had to fend for myself, but against the cold. The people in the group tried to fuck my mind, so robot they could sing. But I fought back the only way I knew, 'cause I wanted to be me. You all think I'm crazy. There's only one thing that I see. When there's no one else I can trust, I think naturally. Let me push.
This is really good.
Yeah, it's fun.
And you know what? It is so punk.
Yeah.
Like, even in the lyrics, because I don't know if you caught what he was talking about.
Sort of.
Yeah, he was basically saying, you know, when he was growing up, people kept trying to tell him what to think and that kind of thing and what to do and this kind of thing. And he soon realized he had to just do it his way and think for himself.
And think naturally.
Exactly.
Okay. So, yeah, he just threw all that aside and just said, yeah, no.
He stopped caring what people thought and just did it his own way.
Totally makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, as far as musicality, well done. I liked how it started off with the bass.
Yeah, it feels really good. I love that bass,
actually. Was picking the bass, but...
I like that feel, though. It's really good.
Yeah. And, yeah, it really shows you that they're, like, right in line. So, you know, the bass, the rhythm starts off and you're in it, right?
Yeah. And you're catching the lyrics, which is interesting because sometimes you can't with punk like this.
Sometimes. But it's just clear enough. And they really wanted you to hear what they were saying.
Yeah. So let's keep it going.
All right.
Let me push this button, son, and see how you react. And I'll turn your head around when I counteract. I'll take you apart piece by piece to the person I want to see. But so there only is one problem, that person won't be me. You all think I'm crazy. There's only one thing that I see. When there's no one else I can trust, I think naturally.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. He's basically saying when there's no one around that he can trust, he just thinks for himself.
That's
basically
fair. That's the best way to think, I think.
Yeah. And he had this mockery of his dad basically saying, you know, I'm going to turn you around, tell you how to think, tell you how to behave kind of thing, you know.
He's
and
like, nah.
he just kind of put that away and said, I'll just be me. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, you can't tell your kids exactly how they're going to think and feel.
No, of course not.
You just can't.
Of course not.
You can tell them, you can teach them the best you know about what you think is real and what you think is right. End of the day, they're going to have to look around and see for themselves what that is.
Yeah, you do your best to teach them right from wrong and teach them some decent morals and how to be a good person kind of thing.
Yep.
And then you just trust them to make the best decisions for themselves.
Hey, free will. You have to trust them to do what they want to do.
Yeah, you have to trust them to make good decisions for themselves.
Because they won't be good adults if they can't think for themselves.
It's scary sometimes, of course, letting them do things their way, but you have to sometimes.
But if you push them around, they're just going to rebel on you. They're just going to turn on you.
And then they're just going to do what they want anyway.
Exactly. We've seen it so many times. And we have a number of kids. Some of them are adults.
Yes.
And this is the one thing we noticed when their friends, who in a lot of cases were given strict rules on how to live and how to do things. You can't go here. You can't do this. And make all kinds of fuss about, where you're doing, who you're hanging around with.
Yeah.
Those kids, when they got to college, started partying like you wouldn't believe.
And getting in trouble and that kind of thing.
We keep hearing stories back about so-and-so did this and so-and-so did that and so-and-so's like this now. And all these people were from our memory of them.
Yeah.
We barely saw them.
Yeah, they were in strict families.
They were in very strict families, and then we find out that they've gone crazy. It's not that they've gone crazy; it's that they were never given any benefit of the doubt when they were growing up.
And honestly, for me, I feel like you have to allow your kids to go out and socialize so that they can learn how to.
Yeah.
Basically.
Partially, anyway.
Yeah.
And again, don't tell them how they're supposed to be.
No.
Because that's not
just
how they're going to be them.
Just
right?
be yourself.
Be yourself is the thing that we tell them in school all the time. But then you restrict them from being themselves.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It's just not going to work.
So thank you very much for this request. It was obviously very much appreciated and a conversation starter at that.
Honestly, that's really how punk originated.
Yeah.
Because these were people who were stifled by rules.
It was like, don't tell me what to do. That's punk for you.
That's what punk was right from day one.
Yeah.
It's, as early as the 60s. And I know there was no punk back then. But there were people who were saying, okay, look, we need our own way.
Yeah.
And they started that with the hippie movement. And then when that didn't work, it got angry. That's where you get punk.
Exactly. So thank you again for that request. It was definitely appreciated. Mm-hmm. Please don't forget to check us out over on Patreon. It's $3 a month and we're adding things there all the time. You can find the link in the description of all our videos. You'll also find our blocked videos there for free. If you want to come and check those out, you're welcome to do that. And if you pay the $3, you get access to our albums, documentaries, and little concerts over there. It's a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and become one of our Goonies. Share with your family and friends. Click the notification bell if you don't want to miss a video. And don't forget to enjoy yourself. Later.
Later.